We will be working outside of time. We'll set up geometry so that we're in a outside of time zone, and so anytime that you listen to it, it'll be like as if we just did it. Okay? You can give it to other people and it'll work. All right? All right. So let's drop into our bodies. Let's settle in. Settle in. Let's go to our hearts and open up that field. Go into your divine spark in the center of your heart and let it grow and get large and fill your body. You may or may not see it as a color. Anything you see is okay. Spread that light throughout your body. Fill your feet, your hands, your legs, your arms, your head, your trunk. Let that source energy clean out your emotions, taking you to a neutral place. Let it be easy. Be relaxed about it. We are going to synthesize our determination, our intention through the heart field. Take a big breath. Breathe in deep. Let that heart field come in your breath. So let's find ourselves on a beach. Somewhere in the middle of the event. And we find ourselves together and we circle up. And you will see that the container is already in place. And the way that you see it is there's a wall that's slightly swimming. And now let's all pulse our hearts with light. Pulse the light in your heart with your breath. And out of the ground in the center of us comes the holographic earth, rather large, and it's going to float in the center of us, in the middle of our circle. And you can slightly see through it. And in the center of the earth is a chamber, the diamond heart chamber. And that diamond is going to start pulsing light. Pulsing with our heartbeat. Our aim is to pulse all together, creating a resonance. So as you watch that heart beating in the earth, we all begin to pulse together. Breathe deep. Feel your body. And as we pulse together, we'll set up grounding cords to the heart of the earth and the heart of the universe. And coming in to help us are 4 stargates that will open up on the wall of the container. And they're going to bring in code and geometry and different colors and elements to assist us. And as we pulse light and our bodies are filled with this source energy, this divine spark, we'll use that light to clean us out, clean out all of our emotions of distress, fear, doubt. Let it all be dissolved into this light. Breathe in peace and harmony. Breathe in grace. And now we're going to expand our heart field, which is sort of like a pumpkin bubble. And we're going to expand each of our fields larger and larger. And all of these bubbles are going to have an intersection. Each of our bubbles, our heart field bubble, toroidal field, will be close to 50 feet large. And we are standing in the center of the intersection. And if you look around in the chamber and look at everybody else, you'll see everybody is beginning to glow. And we are now resonating together with our hearts. Let us breathe in innocence, grace, we clean out any responsibility that any of us on this call feels. We clean out curses that we personally might feel. And now let's begin to beam energy from our hearts to the heart of the earth. And as we send that beam of light to the diamond heart of the earth, You see it all begin to come together as all of these beams of energy strike at the same time. It's kind of like a sizzling, and it begins to grow. The stargates are beaming energy there. All of our intentions are being beamed there. And as we do that, the earth sends a feedback beam back to each of us. So all of our good intentions, all of our different pieces of the puzzle that each of us is coming back to all of us. Making us a strong force. And any shadow material that's lurking about in the earth is being overtaken by this sizzling ball that's growing larger and larger from the center of the earth out. Sometimes the shadow material looks like little dark bags of trash. And this field is growing larger and larger, the sizzling ball, the junction of all of our energies. It's just about to the surface. And if you look at the holographic earth, you'll see our bubble where we're working, but we're also going to work around the whole earth too. And as this field hits the surface of the earth, we see that it has a lot of activity, especially around our chamber. You can tell that it's active and cleaning because it's sparkling and twinkling and sizzling. And now we ask for the light to reveal spells that might be active here, dark magic that is active here. The spells look a little bit like fog. And they're starting to appear. And connected to those spells, we find what I guess I would call dark magic. And it looks like pieces of geometry that are broken, parts and pieces. connected to the fog. And we ask the wind, what would you like to receive to be complete with this project? And within the field that we've created, we give the wind the completion of this project. We neutralize and complete programs that are active. Maybe we would call them spells. And the wind appears to us somewhat like a swirling entity. And it is within our chamber, our bubble. And it's standing on the ground. And the sizzling field touches it. And gives it what it wants so that it's complete. The earth is helping, the sun is helping, the geometry is helping, and all of us are impacting it. And if you can see this swirling wind entity, you see that colors are beginning to move into it from our field. We may each see different colors. I'm seeing pink, purple, gold, violet. And we ask this wind entity, are you complete with what we've given you? Not quite, just a little bit more to go. Feel compassion, forgiveness. Let it be filled with forgiveness, gratitude. Let those colors fill this entity. And now we ask this entity to just sit with us, sit here in the bubble on the earth. And we ask the fire, what would you need to be complete? What do you hunger for? The wind entity hungered for violence when we started. The fire hungers for cleansing. So now we wrap our field around the fire. And we cleanse. We cleanse the areas that have been damaged. We cleanse the areas that have been not yet touched. We cleanse with grace, innocence, gratitude, forgiveness. And our sizzling bubble of all of us together is now in the atmosphere as well. Growing, growing, larger, larger. Cleansing the whole atmosphere of the earth and the area we're working on. Feel the great strength of the grace and the forgiveness. And now we're going to bring in the Christ grid. See it as a dome over the area that's been damaged. And we're going to let it begin working on the spirits of the animals, the elementals, so that their spirits are taken care of. We send our field, our grid out to any that might have been responsible, and we cover them in this field. We cover them so strongly that they can no longer even remember that they wanted to do violence. Such a strong field of love. We drop into that field transformation, transmutation, cleaning all aspects of unkind intentions. We are the wholeness. Overtaking them. And now the field is touching the fog, the broken geometry. All of that is sizzling, being neutralized, completed. It's like pockets, like clouds all over the place, how these spells are being neutralized. They're like clouds and they're being changed in color. Pink is taking them over. Gold is taking them over. Violet flame. The great compassion of the earth is involved. This field is like a wave. It's like a wave from the ocean, waving over the ground, touching all of the area. Touching all the people who are suffering, who have heartache, loss, fear, distress, all of the animals. And now we see these beams of light coming from the stargates, touching all of the broken geometry and healing it, reassembling it into the good geometry it was originally. Different shapes. And as these pieces of geometry become whole again, you see them begin to sparkle, undulate. You can feel those pieces of geometry becoming happy. And the fog is beginning to dissolve. It is our intention that the air becomes cleaner ongoingly. As we beam energy at the heart of the earth and she beams it back at us, we visualize the air becoming clear, the days becoming calm, the night becoming calm right now, tonight. We command the field to bring calmness and harmony, to bring relief. We ask the field to bring recovery for those that have already lost and suffer. We call in miracles of relief, ongoing for many months to come. We call in gifts. We call in infinite gifts in the ongoing recovery. Visualize the air being cleaned and clear, and the fire being done, and the wind resting. in the wake of this hardship. We see people coming together, helping each other, taking care of each other. All of their hearts stimulated. And we see that this field is touching other parts of the earth that are connected to this. You can tell by the explosion of lights. Things burst here and there into light. You'll see that the fog is becoming less and less visible. It turned solidly pink, and now it's becoming less and less visible as the field dissipates that. And the geometry that has become whole and healed is settling into the area around LA, meant to help with healing. Meant to stop the momentum of destruction. So what we have created is a container of infinite vesica Pisces, which is out of time. And we apply that geometry to the area inside of our container. We've put it in motion. You can return here at any time and add to it. It will be going on. It won't be done, or it won't stop. So it is, and so be it.
Thank you, Cindy.
If anybody wants to ask questions, you're welcome to. If you saw things that I didn't mention, just add it in.